Hi, and welcome to our podcast. Our topic for today is the benefits of music in schools, a very controversial and essential topic. Our guest is Desmond Onokuru. Welcome, Desmond,
Thank you so
to
much,
this
sir.
podcast.
Thank you very much.
Now, just an introduction about Desmond. Desmond is a music educator and has a lot of experience in teaching music in schools. Besides being a music teacher, he's also a musician, right?
Of course.
So, what are the instruments you play, Desmond?
Well, quite a number of them. I play and also teach the piano, the keyboard, the violin, the Western flutes. I played the flute for many years in the high school. You know, we were part of the school orchestra.
Oh,
So,
wow.
and I was also the orchestra conductor.
Oh, wow. That's you've been a kind
Exactly.
of a multi
Yeah, yeah.
instrumentalist.
So it exposed me to a
Yes,
lot.
and Desmond also teaches in Al Diafa High School, right?
Yeah, that's
Currently at the
right.
moment.
That's right.
So, Desmond, from your perspective
Mm,
as a music teacher and a musician yourself,
mm.
uh, what do you think would be the most crucial advantage to a student who takes music as part of the education system?
Mm.
Now, there are lots of benefits that we know about, in
Mm.
terms of the stress levels and the IQ
Mm.
and the different other benefits that we have, several. So, what do you think, in your perspective, would be the most essential take home for a kid,
Mm.
learning music in school?
Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, I always love to talk about music education in two aspects. We're talking about school music, so it's an educational something, from my own side of experience and background. So I would like to talk about it in uh, the aspect of the benefit of music education on the students and the personal benefits of music, on the students. So when talking about music education, we are trying to inculcate music teaching and learning. Education here means teaching and learning of music concept. That's the education of music. So in school system, we operate in using curriculums. That's what the school system is all about, where you have syllables and the whole tradition of education. Now, why music is very important, or the one of the most or few most important benefit on the students is, well, number one, from my experience, music has a way of increasing the cognitive ability of the children. All right, because music has to do with critical thinking. I wouldn't want to go into in-depth
Yeah, yeah,
explanations. So once a child is exposed into critical thinking, he have that training and he could bring it into other subjects in school,
right,
and it helps.
right.
So a child has an opportunity to learn the skill of critical thinking through music. Also, music helps, especially at the younger age,
Hmm.
for language development.
Okay,
It is actually advised that children who have speech issues should be exposed to music, because music have a way to training the muscles
for the
of, yeah,
articulation and all that.
articulations and the
Okay,
vocal abilities too, which is
yes,
the fastest way to help a child to speak, well.
absolutely.
So, and many more reasons also. For the personal reason also, you have, when the children are exposed to lots of strenuous activities in school, listening to music could help calm the nerves, and it could help relaxation and otherwise. Now, there is this very important aspect of music in school system, which involves music listening. Okay, so when children are exposed to different genres of music, they get to listen to these genres, and it exposes them to the culture, because music also have a relationship with the culture, especially the culture of the composer. So every composer or musician sings in a reflection of his background, of his
Right.
environment.
Absolutely.
So these children getting
Get
exposed to
exposed.
these musicians and the kind of lyrics, they get to understand the culture, of this music, the genres, and it gives them a broader,
Hmm.
experience to the society at large. So these
Okay.
are all benefits of music, academic wise, societal wise, and also personal wise.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're right. So now, when we talk about that in terms of the of kids, children studying,
Mm,
now I think here there is also an important factor which is always undermined,
mm,
and that is the parents' role in music, in rather in music for their kids. Yeah.
for the kids.
So very often it's featured that the parents, they send their children to school and that they pay their fees and that's it. And that's about it. But I think here there is much more role that the parents need to play, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Yes.
so what? How would you address this to parents?
Yeah, it's very important because the first motivation a child will have, or the first influence a child will have, in life, is the parental influence. The concept or the impression of a parent will definitely affect the child.
Hmm.
I've had a situation where a child walk up to me and tell me, "Sir, I was not able to do my assignment because my mom says music is not important. I was not able to do my assignment because my dad keep yelling at me for practicing my piano." So in that situation, how do you want the child to progress in his passion? So parents play a very important role if a child will succeed in the line of music, in the sense that, number one, parents should endeavor to expose their children at a very young age. The best way or the best time to get a child to be musically inclined is when he's at the very young age. There are various ways to achieve that, including playing music at home, you
Hmm.
know, exposing them to music, movies, in my home when I was very little, we had a radio in my room, playing, symphonies of Mozart and Beethoven 24 hours. So we
Hmm.
sleep with Beethoven, we wake up with Beethoven, and it helped in building the consciousness that music is part of life.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
parents can adopt that, exposing the children to music. Also, there are many ways.
Hmm.
Parents, when you send your child to learn music, the parents have the obligation to monitor the progress of the child, interact with the teachers, and also check if the child is having the quality music education. You know, yeah. So monitoring the child's progress, interacting with the teachers, and also once upon a time, once in a while, attending the classes too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very
absolutely.
important.
So I think parents need to be educated first when it
First,
comes to music
exactly.
because not all parents are into music. No,
That's
not all
right.
of them. So maybe they need to understand the importance
Importance.
of music, not just because they want their kids to become a musician, but
Mm.
it helps them in various other things,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's yeah. Now the next question is what do you think from you have a lot of experience
Mm.
in teaching in schools in Dubai,
Mm.
yeah. So what do you think that what is the current system of music education and uh, as it stands and what needs to be improved, what
Mm.
needs to be highlighted or advanced?
Good. It's a very concerning question
Hmm.
because in most schools there are a lot of problem I feel that needs to be solved regarding music education. Music in schools needs a lot of attention. I feel that most schools in the UAE and in Dubai, school leadership and school administrators do not pay much interest or do not understand the needs or the benefits of music. and it affects the running of the school. It affects the programs, the activities that have to do with, So in a short form, school leadership with music inclination it will definitely affect positively on the whole system. Yeah, there. So it will make them have an awareness of the importance of investing in music,
Yeah.
hosting concerts without thinking how much is this, if you don't need investing in concerts,
Yeah.
investing in school music activities and things like that. But more to the educational aspect, it's seen that most schools do not move into the professional, quality music program. We have IGCSE music, for example, and then you have a lot of students in the UAE who are talented, who are motivated, who want to take up a career in music, but they find themselves in a situation where the school don't offer music in the board exam. Now I get to worry. So worried about this because for a child to be a doctor, he must be very good in his science subject. If you want to be an engineer, you must know physics. You
Right.
must have
Yeah.
an exposure at that little secondary school, primary school education. But we have a society where we don't produce, musicians who have the knowledge content because the educational system tried to exclude music as a subject in the normal school curriculum. Not all the places. I see some few schools who do it.
Yeah.
So my
Yeah.
point
Absolutely.
in a nutshell is the school leadership should inculcate music into the curriculum, even as far as the board exam, the
Yeah.
IGCSE
Yeah.
exams, and
Yeah.
to help give a child that pathway, that knowledge, to proceed in future
Absolutely. You're right. Now, so we are taking it from the parents to the
to
school.
the school.
Yeah. We're taking it to the school management. That's absolutely correct. School managements need to understand the importance of music as much as they feel the importance of maths and science,
That's right.
right? Okay. Now, next question, Desmond, is a very important question for you.
Mm.
Uh, I see a lot of students come, very excited into getting into music, a lot of enthusiasm, and a couple of months later, it kind of, fades off.
Mm.
It dies off.
Mm.
They feel okay, that's enough. Their initial enthusiasm has been fulfilled, and that's it. So they drop off.
Mm.
When they learn the guitar or the keyboard, the violin, they learn it for some time, and then after a couple of months, it slowly, that kind of enthusiasm fizzles out.
Mm.
So, what would you, in your perspective, would you think would motivate students to have that continuity and have that, sustenance, basically, for that?
Right. So, a child could get motivation in a variety of ways. When a child is exposed to, concerts, recitals, he sees other kids doing, music and performing music. It brings an awareness in him, in his subconscious about music, and he's motivated. Also, the parents have a very huge part to play. The environment, the school also, that I always mention the school also, because these are where the kids spend more time in life. They spend more time with parents and school. So if we start from there to make the change, it will go a long way to affect positively. And also, in methodology, in the method of music education too, the music teachers should try to explore other methods of teaching music. For example, the Kodai method. Kodai method is a music philosophy, music education philosophy that has a lot of pillars, in the sense that um, the kids should enjoy music.
Mm-hmm.
Music should not just be for only the talented people. everybody should have access to music. Music is life, you know. You don't need to be a musician just to listen to music. You need to, you know, music is part of the lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah.
So methodology, you know, why teaching music? How are the kids enjoying your classes? You know, are you bringing in games? Are you bringing in, you know, some real life situation? And I would like to, you know, work with the
Hmm.
children on in selecting the songs which they want to learn.
Mhm.
Because if you're teaching a child and you're imposing, he gets fed up.
Yeah,
He want to do what he
there's
want
a
to
lot of
do because
resilience.
of
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
But when you are involving him in the repertoire selection,
Hmm.
he tells you, "I want to learn this song. I love this song,"
Hmm.
and he's doing it. He's doing it. He's building up his interest.
Hmm.
So there are many ways
To
to
motivate.
motivate the child, and
Hmm.
also creating an awareness that there are so many careers, you know, a child can have apart from just singing on stage.
Yep.
You know, there is this you know, misconception: if I study music in school, I will become a musician. You don't need to be a musician alone. Yes, it's okay to be a musician, but there are many other careers. You could be an
Absolutely.
audio engineer, you
Yes.
could be a
Yeah.
sound engineer, you could be a music therapist.
Yes.
Music therapists, they work in the hospital for
Yep.
those who have mental issues, you know.
Right.
You could be independent musician. You could just to play for fun. You
Yeah.
know, there's so many ways where someone can have a career path. So if a child
Absolutely.
knows
Absolutely.
that it's not just going to the streets and playing guitar, that's what music is all about,
Yeah.
it will
Yeah.
be a
Yeah.
long way
Yeah.
to open
Yeah.
his understanding.
Yeah. Also, that's good about the careers, because I know a lot of parents, especially parents, they have this misconception of, if they teach the child learns guitar, he's going to go on stage and and start playing the guitar. There's so many more things. Besides this, now when we are talking about what about things like performance-based learning, like where you're asking them to perform,
Mm,
rather than just teach, kind of learn,
mm,
do theory and all that sort of thing,
mm,
where they get a chance to go on stage and perform. So,
mm.
what do you think about this?
Yeah, when they have a chance to go on stage to perform, it has a very big impact on the child.
Hmm.
When a child, okay, I had a student who was very, very demotivated with music. One
Hmm.
child just recently. So I was able to encourage the child to go for concerts and, you know, sing in recitals. And one of the days she did a song. She didn't do quite well in the song,
Hmm.
but for the fact that she did the song and she had, you know, the
Claps,
cheering
cheering.
of the crowd, that changed her life forever. You know, for the
Uh,
first time in her life, you know, people could actually clap for her just because she was able to sing a song. So it made her to be more interested. Okay, I want to do this again. I want more claps.
yes,
You
yes,
know,
yes,
and then
yes.
it helps. So performance is a very good,
Very
yeah,
important.
very important.
Yes, absolutely. You're absolutely right. So, what do we do, Desmond, as 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 teachers and as parents and as people who are musically oriented? What do we do to help these kids
Well,
personally?
personally,
Anything that we could
yes.
do.
Well, maybe you should give us an idea.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching this podcast with Desmond here this evening.
Thank you so much.
And thanks, Desmond.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so
Pleasure for
much for
inviting
being
me.
here with us.